Welcome to part 2 of the Personal Finance Masterclass for Women Professionals. In part 1, we built the foundation, we discussed saving, emergency fund, various saving schemes, and most important, insurance. Now, in this my part video 2, we will shift to wealth creation. Like saving protects us, insurance shields us, but investing transforms our financial future. Now, this masterclass is not about taking some big risk. It is about being disciplined, strategic, and long-term wealth creation. So, let's quickly start. Now, here's the crucial truth: saving alone won't build wealth, right? Inflation will erode the purchasing power of cash over time. Investing is essential. Yet, study shows that women invest less than men and keep more in cash, right? We can relate it. This is often because due to lower confidence, not because they don't have competence. In fact, research consistently shows that when women start investing, they often outperform men because they trade less frequently and they take a more measured long term approach. The cost of not investing is enormous and we can't afford it. Every rupee invested in the stock market grows much faster than a rupee in your saving bank account. Now, over the 30 years, the difference can be hundreds of thousands, and you can observe it sometimes it's in lakhs and crores too. Now, quickly, let's understand what is investing. Stocks represent ownership in the companies, all of us know. When we buy a stock, we own a teeny piece of some business. And now, what are bonds? Bonds are loan to the companies or government that pay you interest because you are giving the loan after buying the bond. And the real estate, in real estate, we can own the directly the property or through REITs, right? Which are these are real estate investment trusts. Like index funds are collection of stock or bonds that track the market index, right? Now, for most professional women, index funds are the smartest choice. They are diversified, low cost, and require minimal management. You are not trying to win stocks, right? You are owning a piece of the entire economy. Over time, despite short-term volatility, the market has historical trend upward. We all know that, right? Market has grown. We can even observe in the last 5 years it has grown enormously. Now, mutual funds are not all same. Choosing the right mutual funds is the biggest success, and choosing the random one is our biggest mistake. So let's start. Now, four types of mutual fund. First is liquid, hybrid, flexi cap, and index. Let's quickly learn this. Liquid fund has very low risk, right? And their duration, we can invest it for 0 to 2 years. This is for beginners, and already discussed in my part 1 video. We can use this for emergency funds. Now, next is hybrid fund, which if you are a safe player, you can invest in this. In hybrid funds, the risk is low to medium. We can afford it, right? 3 to 5 years we can invest, and if more, that's good. For flexi cap fund, the risk is medium. Investment time duration, if you want good, it is 5 to 7 years, and this is for balanced investors. Now, index or large cap fund, the risk is medium and duration is 7 plus years. This is for long term wealth creation, right? You need not to analyze these 100 funds, just you can choose 3 to 5 good funds, and that are more than enough. Now, what do we check while selecting funds? What is the fund is? It should be more than 5 years. Consistency across bull and bear markets, right? Expense ratio should be low. Clear category. Fund manager stable for many years, right? Now, SIP strategies we will quickly review, because in the upcoming video I'll explain the SIP. So, if your salary is less than 30k, I recommend for SIP of 2000 to 3000 rupees per month at least. And if your salary is between 30k to 60k, you can go for 5000 to 10,000. If your salary is between 60k to 1 lakh, you can invest between 10 to 20,000. If it's more than 1 lakh, then 20 to 40,000 and more. And yes, to observe major shift, you need to increase your SIP every year by 10 to 15%. Wealth creation formula is simple for women. First earn, save, invest, protect, upgrade yourself skills, and then build your identity. That is much more important, right? Now let's understand more about SIP, how wealth is built daily, right? So let me clarify first. SIP is not an investment, it is a payment method, systematic investment plan, the full form of SIP. And now investment is equal to when your money grows. SIP, how your money grows, goes there regularly, right? Investment means how your money grows, and SIP is how your money goes there regularly. That is a payment method. It goes monthly, weekly, quarterly. This is up to you. Okay. Now, why SIP works so well? First answer is rupee cost averaging. When market drops, SIP buys more units, and that means your wealth accelerates. And now second is compounding, interests and interest over time, and it's a huge compounding effect is very huge. When I will make a separate video for this, you can check in Excel how in these your money grows, and you can yourself be able to check how to make investment. Now third is discipline. When you put SIP, that is it is auto debited from your account, and this shows your discipline. You invest no matter what, right? When market is down, you accumulate more units, and that means long term profit. Let's understand this with an example. Suppose you invest 10,000 per month for 20 years. Say you are getting on an average return 12%. The amount you invested is 96 lakh, but the wealth you will be getting over 20 years will be 1.03 crore, even more. Now same, if the same amount 10,000 per month you invest, by investing late, say by 5 years, it will just become 45 lakh. Yes, now this is the difference. When you start early, your investment is more big. Okay, now how much should a woman invest? For salaried class, I will say at least 20 to 30% of your take home, and for business and self-employed, you can invest from 15% to 25% of your average monthly income. Always remember, consistency is more important than the amount you are investing. Now let's move further. Fund selection strategy. We have already quickly recapped previously. Now we are checking detail. When selecting your mutual fund, never rely on return percentage alone. Use some random YouTube recommendation or Telegram stock tips we get in Telegram. So many messages today, invest in this stock. Never select your stock based on that. New launches or trending fund, never. Just use this checklist and you will be self-able to analyze it. First is check for fund age. Choose the funds who are active for at least 5+ years. The reason they are more tested across the various market cycles. Second is expense ratio. Lower the ratio is better it will be. Now these are actively managed, and index funds is equal to lowest, right? Expense ratio reduces your profit silently, so check for it, the lower the expense ratio. Okay, now AUM, asset under management. This the AUM who has invested between 8,000 crore to 35,000 crore, you can choose very small, and the smaller the AUM is, the more risk, and the huge AUM is the lower agility. Yes. Now next is consistency. Fund market outperform category average in bull market, bear market, flat market. It should have consistency in all the market. Now fund manager track record. Good fund means good fund manager, and bad fund is equal to your future risk. So please carefully check this. Now category fit. In this you can choose the category that matches time horizon, risk appetite, income stability, financial goals, right? Just check there for this an example. Through an example, SIP in wrong fund, if you put for 10,000 per month for 10 years, it will be only 12 lakh. But if you put in right fund, it will be 24 lakh. That is the strength of right selection of fund. Same SIP, right? 10,000 per month, same time period, but wealth is different. Fund selection is everything. It can change a game. Now, we are women and we invest in gold. That's true for women of every age. Now, gold is equal to stability asset, not emotional asset. Gold is not another return. Gold is for risk diversification. Jewelry is not recommended because we end up paying various making charges and resale is always in loss. Coins and bars not recommended because when you go for loan you cannot get loan, storage and no returns. Let's be truthful, gold ETF always recommended. They are easy to buy and sell and no physical gold is present. SGB are the best, 2.5% rate of interest, and these are tax free. But the SGB scheme is now closed for new subscription. That means you cannot invest into fresh ones. But existing SGB holders can continue their bonds, right? Now, so how you will approach gold? Suppose for step one will be decide the allocation. Gold is not about high returns, it is about stability and hedge. You need to check which is easy to sell, minimum storage, no making charges. That will better. Physical gold should only be considered in a small portion, as it can be treated as emotional or heritage item, not investment, right? And while selecting the gold, you should see that it should be easily tradable, help balance equity risk, and save in inflation and uncertainty, right? So if your gold portfolio grows more than 15% due to price spike, you can consider it partial reallocation to keep your risk balanced. Please do not treat gold as emergency fund or use it for SIP in gold for aggressive growth. Now, what are the common investing mistakes we make? First is emotional decision making. Letting emotions like fear, greed guide our investment choices is a very common pitfall. Panic selling during a market downturn, have seen many during COVID. They all sell, but again the market rose up and they were in losses. So never sell when the market is down. Second is falling to diversify. Many people see that return is high in one place and they put all their investment in a single stock or a sector that exposes you to a significant risk. Diversification always spread the risk and it can protect your portfolio if one investment your underperforms. Now, attempting to the time in the market, trying to predict the perfect time to buy or sell is extremely difficult, and it may often lead to missing out on returns. Studies have shown that staying invested over the long term is more effective strategy. So always try to keep your investment for long term. You will see the growth, but for short term there are very rare chances of the because market can fall up. That is common, right? Now, being impatient. Many investors want to get rich over the night, right? But building a successful portfolio, it always takes time. Expecting immediate results can lead to rash decisions, and when your investment don't perform as quickly as you would like, right? So never be impatient, just give it time, let it rest. And next is following trends and hot tips of Telegram. Relying on rumors, social media, or other hot tips without any proper research is a risky and speculative strategy. So please don't follow the trends in case of investment, right? Next is ignoring a loss or sunk cost fallacy. The way to break even mindset can be harmful, and it is important to recognize that when an asset is actively hurting your portfolio, just leave it and move on. Next is not having clear investment goal, much important. Without a clear plan, it is very difficult to determine your ideal returns, risk tolerance, how to stay on track. You know, the investment goal can be planning a trip, foreign trip, planning your child's marriage, planning your child's education, planning your retirement, planning your house, anything. So please have a clear investment goals. Now next is financial planning for our mothers. Good choices are SIP for education, PPF and Sukanya. Sukanya for girl child, PPF for boy child. For girl child also you can have PPF. Having your health and term insurance plan. And most important, I recommend for every mother, always upgrade your skill and keep a budget every month for it every year. And personal bank account always active, always check that your account does not go dormant. What are the wrong approaches? Never take child education plan. Even you cannot mix your insurance and goals, never. And mixing only in fixed deposit for 15 to 20 in only in fixed deposit for 15 to 20 years, never. You can keep only your emergency fund. Okay. Now mother must plan for child education, mother's retirement, emergency backup. Now all are your child and you both are equally important, so please look for this. Okay. Now what are the retirement plan for women? Women need to save more for retirement, right? Because than men, because we live longer and often earn less during our working years. A good target is to have 1 times your salary by 30 and if you are 3 times by when you are 40s, 6 times by your 50s, and 8 times when you are 60, and by retirement at 67 aim for at least 10 times of your final salary. Now these are goals, not requirements. If you are behind, please don't panic. You can start where you are and increase your saving rate. Whenever you get a raise, consider the 1% solution. Increase your retirement contribution by 1% every year. You will barely notice, but it makes a massive difference over time. Yes. And please also always plan for healthcare costs in retirement, because there are certain medical policies that don't cover certain disease. So please have a healthcare cost at your retirement, plan it separately. Now there are many women who take career breaks for caregiving, whether for child or for maybe aging parents. These breaks have financial implication, and we all know it, right? If possible, keep contributing to your retirement accounts even when you are at break. Before taking a planned break, just build up extra emergency saving. Consider freelance or maybe some part-time work to maintain your skills and connections. And advocate your paid leave policy. Just check for it. The financial impact of unpaid leave is enormous, trust me. And the women who have taken these career break, they must agree, right? Women should not have to choose between caregiving and financial security. You can just plan it, right? Now ideal retirement portfolio, just say 40% for in your NPS, 30% in your PPF, 20% toward index fund SIP, and 10% in SGB, right? This can be your ideal retirement plan. Rest is on you, depending on your goals, right? Goal 3 to 6 crore retirement costs. Okay. Now what are the practical strategies and tools and habits? Let's quickly learn. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfer for investment and saving when your salary arrives. Use budgeting and spending apps. Track your expenses. Many apps are free and easy to use. Insurance, much important. Life, health and disability insurance, these are non-negotiable. Women often outlive their partners. Just remember this and plan accordingly. Take professional advice. If you can't understand the number, just take it. Consider consulting a financial planner, especially if your finances feel you overwhelming. Now you can review your finances every 6 months. I don't recommend monthly because you can panic. You can continue your SIP when market is down, negative news, fear in the market. That is when your wealth will build. Switch your funds when funds underperform category for 2+ years, fund managers change, performance are dipped, or category no longer fits your goals. And please exit when goal is 12 to 18 months away. Move money to liquid or hybrid to lock your profit. Just rebalance once every 12 months. If allocation becomes core to low, increase it, right? Rebalancing creates you stability, risk control, and long-term compounding. Now, 10 money habits of financially secure women. Personal bank account, weekly money review, no emotional spending under stress, insurance separate from investment. They always keep automatic SIP, side income, skill upgrade fund. They invest on their self care without any guilt. They talk about money with their spouse and children, smart documentation, and clear financial goals. They know what are their goals. A woman is truly free when her dreams are not restricted by money. So we are at the end of the video. So let's learn what we revise it through the video. Financial security increases with your income diversification. Beyond your primary job, consider side businesses. You can consider freelance work, investment income, rental property income, or passive income streams. Multiple income sources provide security if one source disappears and accelerates wealth building. Now, every small additional income stream consistently, when invested, compounds significantly over time. You have everything you need to build lasting wealth and financial security. Just remember that financial planning is not about restriction, it's about creating options and freedom. It's about living the life you want without financial stress. You deserve to be paid your worth, to invest in your future, and to build your wealth on your own terms. Take the first step today. Start small if you need to, but please start. Your future self will thank you, and thank you for investing this time in your financial education. Here's to your financial success and independence. This November, Her Finance Month is not just a campaign, it is the movement to make financial independence the new normal for women. And today, whether you are 21 or 51, married or unmarried, working or restarting, mother or planning motherhood, you can decide my money will be my responsibility. My dreams will be my priority. My future will be in my control. If today's masterclass helped you, share with one woman who deserves financial power. What's your top financial concern? Please mention it in the comment section. Let's discuss this together. And please, if you like my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share with the woman who needs it. And if you want daily business and finance update and tips, you can follow my WhatsApp channel. It's in the description box. So till then, let's together we learn, we grow, and we rise financially and emotionally. Thank you.